Hi there! Welcome to another exciting adventure of cooking with Sev. Now, money's a little tight lately, so we've just been trying to scrimp back and save as much as we can. Now, both of us really wanted pizza tonight. Oh, I've got a craving for pizza something fierce. And yes, I understand I could go to Little Sleezers or Checky Meatsies or whatever and get me a $5 pizza. Well, that's basically about this big, soaked in oil, and not very tasty. But I have something better. I know for a fact that you can go down to the store, get yourself a loaf of store-baked French bread. I like French bread because it tastes good. In this case, we got garlic bread because, well, garlic is good, right? Right. Now, for those of you who are also on a budget and living in a trailer park, or if you're just not living in a trailer park, you're living on a budget, or if you don't have any luck, or you lost your job, or have a really crappy job, and everything is just going, well, to the point of where you're looking at your pennies and going, what can I do for the most amount of my pennies? Well, now, there is something that a lot of people don't understand. You can get 24 ounces of Hunt's pasta sauce. Same as pizza sauce, you know, same as spaghetti sauce. Now, the thing about it is, if you get it in a jar, you're going to pay about $3, $4, sometimes even $5. Now, if you buy the expensive stuff like Barilla, then this ain't for you. I'm talking to those of you that need to save some money. So, you got your pickle jar. But this is a pickle jar. We've had it for a while. It's good to save your jars. I always yell at Michelle for saving jars, but occasionally it does come in handy. And then you get this. Like I said, it's 24 ounces for only, and get this, $1.20. $1.20 is 24 ounces, which is more than enough what we need for tonight. So this is actually going to be 2 or 3 meals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this can up and I'm going to put it in this jar, and then I'm going to come back for the next step. Now, what I did want to mention that I forgot to mention before is use a spatula to get every drop out of the can. Remember, we're on a budget. Now, for $1, look at the size of this bottle of pizza sauce. And it's not the cheap stuff, it's not store-bought stuff, it is Hunt's. This stuff is good. So, now you have a huge can for $1. Or, now it's in a jar. Don't keep it in a can. If you leave it in the can and put it in the fridge, horrible things will happen to it. So you gotta get it in a jar, and you gotta get that jar lid tight, and it'll last you for a couple of days. You leave it in a can, whatever you don't use, tomorrow is going to be a little less tasty. The next day it's going to start to be funky, and the day after, when you listen to it, it's going to go. I don't know if you can hear that. Kind of scary. And if it does make any noise, if you ever open up a jar of pizza sauce and put your ear to it, if it makes any noise whatsoever, that's bad. If it smells funky, that's bad. Don't eat it. But, like I said, we got a jar full of pizza sauce and or pasta sauce, spaghetti sauce, or just sauce to toss on toast in the morning. So now, we're going to go to the next step. And the next step is to take your French bread out. Alright, try not to wreck the bag like I just did. Won't matter too much. Now this bread, according to them, it was cooked at 4 p.m. It is now about 5:30, so it's only an hour old. And we're going to pull it out. And look what they did. They sliced it in half for me. Well, that means I'm not going to cut it this way into little, I'm going to cut it a different way, but I'm going to need a knife. A bread knife. Bread knives, you can always tell because they're thin and long and not very sharp on one end. Alright, so we're going to cut it. There we go. Now, I'm sure you noticed a bread knife cuts bread. I know some of you don't even have a bread knife. Believe me, just an ordinary steak knife will do just fine. I'm just fancy because, well, I'm fancy that way. So now we got our 2 pieces of bread. And we need something that I bought and I can't find it right now. We need pepperoni. Now this pepperoni was on sale. It's 3 ounces. At 3 ounces, you should be able to find it for about maybe $2 to $3. I got it for $2.49. This Italian cheese mix. It is the store brand, which means it's just as good as the other stuff, and it was 8 ounces. Ooh, excuse me. I had some Mountain Dew before, and now I've got the burps. It's 8 ounces for $2.49. So what we're looking at on a grand total poobah is roughly the pizza the size of an extra large. It'll be more than enough for Michelle and I for about 2 to 3 meals for $8. $8. And it's not going to be some greasy thing that just kind of sits there and you look at it and you eat it and you're like, yeah, I need more sauce on it. No, no. This is good trailer park food. Now I'm going to put you on hold for a little bit while I open the bags and I prepare everything else and get everything ready.